This is all I know.
I was only 3 years old when I came, and this is my home, and this has got to stop.
I was only 3 years when I came to America. I'm like 30 years old now, yet I still don't speak English like an American. But that is only proof that America is my home. I love it so much that I haven't even assimilated yet.
I'm not scared, so I'm citizen. I'm happy. I'm United States. I brought up America. I'm happy. So why you asking me? Some guys asking me, give me basmati, give me a green card. Why? Why you asking me?
Well, if I have my own little enclave of my country in another country, I would be happy too. I would be United States too. If the US was stupid enough to make me a citizen even when I don't know the difference between passport and basmort, then I will be happy too. I will happy. Who played that video? Who played that video? Who? Chibuzo. Oh, you're trying to make me look bad, right? Well, you're not gonna succeed because I am actually here in defense of Somalis. Okay? Yeah, I'm here to call out Donald Trump for exposing Somalia because despite what he said about Somalia, Somalia is still a paradise. By the way, let us take a look at what he said before presenting our rebuttals.
Where Somalia, which is barely a country, you know, they have no anything. They just run around killing each other. There's no structure. And when I see somebody like Ilhan Omar, who I don't know at all, but I always watch her for years. I've watched her complain about our Constitution, how she's being treated badly. Our Constitution, the United States of America, is a bad place. Hates everybody, hates Jewish people, hates everybody. And I think she's an incompetent person. She's a real terrible person. But when I watch what is happening in Minnesota, Somalians ripped off that state for billions of dollars, billions, every year, billions of dollars, and they contribute nothing. The welfare is like 88%. They contribute nothing. I don't want them in our country, I'll be honest with you, okay? Somebody would say, oh, that's not politically correct. I don't care. I don't want them in our country. Their country is no good for a reason. Their country stinks, and we don't want them in our country. We could go one way or the other, and we're going to go the wrong way if we keep taking in garbage into our country. Ilhan Omar is garbage. She's garbage. Her friends are garbage. These aren't people that work. These aren't people that say, let's go, come on, let's make this place great. These are people that do nothing but complain. They complain. And from where they came from, they got nothing. You know, they came from paradise, and they said, this isn't paradise. But when they come from hell, and they complain, and do nothing but bitch, we don't want them in our country. Let them go back to where they came from and fix it.
How dare he? How dare you, Donald Trump, say something that everybody probably already knew? This is so wrong.
This one goes directly to President Trump for calling Somalia a third world country, garbage, and openly attacking Somali foreigners in Western countries. I hope this video can educate you a little bit, so here are a few facts. I live in Denmark, so I looked at the data on Somalis in Denmark. Somalis stand out with violent crime rates over only 9 times higher than native Danes per capita. It could be over 10 times higher, but it's not. It's only over 9 times higher crime rate. Also, Somalis in Denmark are one of the highest groups among non-Western immigrants, with over only half of the adult population relying on government benefits, compared to 10 to 15% for native Dans. Could be the entire Somali population, but it's not. It's only over half that rely on government benefits. Employment for Somalis is all the way up there, about 30 to 40%. That's higher than anything below it. Now, this is just Denmark, but the numbers look similar in many other Western countries. And even looking at the country itself, Somalia, they constantly rank near the bottom on global corruption. They never hit the absolute bottom, okay? So calling it a third world country is just dishonest. I really hope this video can help you.
I love this man. He gets it, okay? He understands that Trump is the villain here. I mean, how dare Trump say that Ilhan Omar and her cohorts are garbage when they show nothing but stellar behavior like this?
No police, no nothing.
Look at this. This is cultured behavior. This is sophisticated, intelligent display. Isn't he wonderful? Somalia is a beautiful paradise, a Wakanda nation that hasn't a functioning central government since 1991, when dictator Sayad Barre's regime collapsed into a clan-based civil war. The same clan-based rivalry we see in Minnesota today, which guaranteed Jacob Frey's mayoral re-election in Minneapolis because Omar Fateh's clan, which also happens to be Ilhan Omar's clan, are still rivals even in Minnesota. They hate each other. The opposite clan, being the majority, voted for Jacob Frey, securing his win. Ilhan Omar hates them. In fact, this is her calling for them to be ostracized by her own clan in Minnesota.
qofka Soomaaliga ah waa qof cadow sare ah dadkaas oo kaleetana magaaladayna nool dhex nool yihiin waan aragnaa anagoo dhan qaar waxa jiro aan dhahno qofkan wuu iska hadlaa micno ma leh kanina adeerkay waaye biliis waxa dhihin waxa laga yaabaa ka fishaabiyaalkeen waa taqaaniin dadkan ka hadlaayo Starbucks ka la fadhiistinay masaajidka marmar inuu imaadana laga yaabaa xafladaha isla tagtiin waa taqaaniin dadkan ka hadlaa inuu guriga la deganahay waa aragtiin dadkaas iska qabta meel ma gaareen anaga Soomaali hadii aan nahay inta dadkaas ay nagu dhex jiraan oo aanan dhehaynin qofkaanaytii hana dhaafo dadka aan difaacna annaga kuwa annaga rabo maalin Ilaahay keeno in xabsina la geliyo maalin Ilaahay keeno been naga abuuro maalin Ilaahay keeno video yaal af Soomaali aanan dhihin soo sheego waxba aan soo sheegnay oo meel hadhoodi aan ka galaysid male ileen maanta oo dhan ma taagnaan kartid ma dhihi kartid aniga hadalkan kuma hadlin because shaqaan noo taala anaga waa shaqaynoynaa idinka idin difaacoynaa waddankaanaan difaacoynaa sharci aan suubinoynaa maanta oo dhan kuma soo taagnaan karno videogaaneyti aniga hadalkan ma dhihin maanta oo dhan meel nala taagnaan karno taas idinka idin taala inaadan soo dhawaysanin dadkaas maalin Ilaahay keeno ka shaqaynaya sida Soomaalida waddankan ku nool ay wax ku noqoneen.
Just imagine importing the same element that wrecked your country into the new place that you say is your new country. Sorry, I mean the same elements that made your country look beautiful and wonderful. Forget my slip of tongue. Somalia is so beautiful that Al-Shabaab, the Islamic terror group, a branch of Al-Qaeda, has completely taken over the south and the center of the country, enforcing brutal Sharia law and violence. But I guess that is all good because, of course, Allahu Akbar. And also, their women is in paradise and they are wonderfully protected since 98 to 99% of Somali females aged 15 to 49 have grotesquely mutilated genitalia. Female genital mutilation is something almost every single female have been subjected to in Paradise, Somalia, the world's highest rate, guys. And I'm talking about type 3 FGM. It is called infibulation, the most severe form of FGM involving sewing shut the genitalia. I wish I can show you guys pictures. I wish I can attach pictures in all of these things I'm saying so you can understand how deeply barbaric and how inhumane this is. But I don't want my Somalians to get the wrong idea and think that I'm trying to expose them when all I'm doing is showing what paradise they have in Somalia. Now, even though FGM is a big reason for high maternal mortality in Somalia, with about 621 deaths by 100,000 births, with lifelong trauma, over 76% of the same Somalia women support continuing FGM and child marriage. A very high percentage of the girls marry before the age of 15. There is no minimum marriage age in Somalia. You can marry them as young as you want, even if they are 6 years old. And I'm sure you guys watched that video I made where we have Somali old men crying because a bill was introduced to raise the marriage age to 18. They protested this bill, and within 24 hours, this bill was overturned, reinstating their rights to marry 6-year-old, because Allah said it is okay to sleep with them as long as they are mature. And for them, maturity means menstruation, even if you are 6 or 9. Corruption is the glue holding this beautiful paradise together. Somalia ranks 179 over 180 on Transparency International's 2024 Corruption Perceptions Index, the second worst globally, behind only South Sudan, which is 180. Bribery, patronage, and fund misuse are systemic. This country has never escaped the bottom 5 since the index was introduced. In short, Somalia isn't in shambles. It is a non-state exporting misery. Over 3.8 million are internally displaced, with over 714,000 of them refugees abroad. Kenya has about 308,000 of them in their Dadaab camps, okay? You have Ethiopia sheltering about 276 of them. They are all refugees. You also have the refugees of them in Uganda and Yemen, okay? In the camps of this country. And so does many other countries taking them in as refugees. But let us talk about those of them that have trekked to Europe or smuggled themselves into America. 88% of them are highly reliant on welfare benefits, not to mention the $8 billion fraud they were recently caught in Minnesota, America. You've already heard their statistics in Denmark, so there is no need to repeat it, okay? But what about the UK? They are overrepresented in the UK prisons. They are the top 5 for arrest per capita. They dominate violence/knife crime statistics, okay? And when we look at Sweden, they have no-go zones in Sweden. They have created no-go zones in places like Malmö, Rinkeby. They constitute many bombings and shootings in Sweden. Their second generation are 3.2 times convicted for violent rape. In Oslo, Norway, you have 2,120 charges per 1,000 Somali males, 15 to 24. 15 times overrepresentation in violence and abuse versus the natives. They gave out unimaginable strains on Oslo's social services. You have youth gangs linked to clan feuds, imported all the way from Somalia. 55% unemployment rate, welfare dependency of 70%. In Canada, they are below 1% of the population, yet they make up 5% of the prison inmates. They have carved out a little Mogadishu in Ottawa, draining $500 million plus in annual aid costs. Plus, over 40% of them collect welfare for so-called mental health burdens from PTSD, with 70% of them dependent on welfare. They are in high violent offenses, fraud, etc. And in Australia, they are 4 times overrepresented in violent crimes. Somalis lead in family violence and assaults. Youth detention rates are 10 times higher than that of native Australians. They imported the same clan-based feud to Melbourne, Dandenong, where they engage in stabbing and killing each other, forming clan-based gangs. They collect over $200 million from the Australian government every year in welfare. These guys are not assimilating. They are not. And that is why you see those of them who have lived in places like America for ages still unable to communicate effectively in English. Don't ask me about my bass mod. No, madam, it is called passport. Passport.
What's it like being a Muslim here in the United States?
I'm not speaking English, only one Somali language.
What does it mean to you to be a part of Islam?
I don't know, I'm not speaking English very well.
How are you? Do any of you speak English? English? No. Can women speak to on camera? No.
I don't think so. It's because the religion.
I kept going because I wanted to speak with some more of the elders here to see if they could share their story about coming here from Somalia and how they've seen the rise firsthand. However,
Hello.
none of them spoke English.
How are you? Can I ask any of you guys some questions? No? Speak English?
English low.
No? Do any of you speak English?
They are not assimilating, guys. Gosh, they are not assimilating. Countries like Sweden had to mandate preschool for their kids to force Swedish language uptake, but yet it never worked. So, Donald Trump, how dare you tell everybody what we already know? You should be embarrassed at yourself for not pretending that Somalia is a paradise. So, that is me. I called out to Donald Trump. I destroyed him for spreading these lies about Somalia, and I hope you guys agree with me. Anyway, guys, these are my thoughts and my opinions. Please feel free to share yours in the comment section below, but do so respectfully. Also, if you're not subscribed to this channel, honestly, I don't know what you're waiting for. Subscribe to the channel, like and share this video to keep people informed, and consider joining my membership or supporting the channel in any way that you can. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope to catch you on the next one. For now, peace.